Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, welcome to the technical analysis of the Forex market from the ForexPeaceArmy.com. We'll continue to talk about the euro currency and we'll start from the daily time frame. Still, I suggest that you would, and this will be better if you will take a look on our monthly research on the forum of ForexPeaceArmy.com, because there we discuss on longer time frames also, it's monthly and weekly time frame, and due to the situation on the monthly and weekly time frames, it's make me think that probably the strength of the market is a bit greater than it seems before, because market just holds in the area of the nearest fib support on the monthly time frame and has shown a very strong pullback from that area during the previous week. So you can see that move in the previous week was really significant, and this is not very typical for the market that has reached, first of all, the 618 target from this ABCD pattern, and during the next time it hasn't even retested that area, so it hasn't even shown the deeper lows. Okay, that's not very typical for the market that has the bearish bias. So that's why I think that in current situation is a bit more bullish than it seems before in the previous week. Okay, since on the daily time frame the market has changed directions very often, so you can see it thrust down, deep retracement, thrust down, deep retracement, new move, hasn't reached the previous lows, re-raised that move and move to the upside. Usually in such kind of environment the best idea is to trade the latest swings and to go through the week by day and step by step, so just make the very short-term trading plan. So that's why today we will try to establish the trading plan just for the Monday or maybe at the beginning of the Tuesday. Well, what do we see? First of all, trend is bullish on the daily time frame. We can see that ABCD pattern market has hit 100% expansion, move above that area. This is also the 618 resistance from that swing down. Okay, and market hasn't shown fast return back below this B point, below these highs. This makes me think that this is market probably will not stop in that area, and although it could show some retracement to the downside, it could continue further to the upside. Well, this gold dash line's new monthly pivot point for the July 144.7. Just below it you can see the combination of the fib support 143.48 from that swing and weekly pivot point for the coming week 143.56. Also, that area between the monthly pivot point and weekly pivot point coincides with the previous highs. It's right here. And if market is really bullish, it should not break that area to the downside. It should hold somewhere. If retracement will come, it should hold somewhere in that area. That's our major assumption for the coming week, and probably this will be the foundation of our trading plan. So we need to wait for some pullback, enter on the long for entering on the long side of the market. Also take a look at this pattern. Market has formed this highway pattern, tells that market indecision because it has hit 618 target from this pattern, A, B, C bottom, okay, 618, and has hit 786 resistance from that swing down. So now market easily could shift to some retracement to the downside. At least it will be logical if it will happen, so we could generally count on that for establishing of the long position, because our trend now is bullish and our basis for the trading is on the long side of the market. On the 4-hour time frame, what do we see? This smaller ABC pattern, 618 retracement, 100 retraced, just above the market 145.36 stands 1618 target. The recent price action, although we can see that trend turns bearish, this red line is the MACD predictor. Jordanapple indicator shows us the trend. You can see that although price action stands below that red line, it tells us that trend has shifted bearish. The price action makes me think that this is the bullish dynamic pressure. So market hasn't supported that trend shifting, so doesn't support now, just stands in the range. This is the bullish sign, and personally I would not even think about the starting of retracement until market will hit that area, hit that target. So the next step in our trading plan, so we have estimated that we will trade on the long side of the market, but we need retracement. The second step is that first of all market should hit that area before retracement will start. That's very common for the price action for the market when it hits some target and then easily turns to the retracement. As you can see, that's an area that we should watch for, potential area to enter on the long side of the market where retracement could start. This is first of all the previous target, 100% from that ABC bottom, previous highs as you can see, monthly pivot point 144.9, and nearest fib support on the 4-hour chart 143.99 or 144. That's the first area to watch for. The second area, as I said, weekly pivot point, and you can see that hourly confidence support 143.25, 143.40. That's the second area. Where market is really will stop, who knows, because this retracement even hasn't started. Well, this is the both areas that we should keep an eye on. So the first area 144, the second area 143.30, 143.40. That's the second area. Well, if you will keep an eye on our updates in our thread on the forexpeacearmy.com, then we every day will analyze the current situation, and depending on the behavior on the market, how it will show the retracement, we could estimate the area where we should enter on the long side of the market with more precise. On the hourly time frame, I could see you can see the excellent example of the public trap that usually trades the bearish divergences. As you know, I do not rely on the divergence very much because this is really tricky pattern, and you should use that pattern with caution, because what we see here, this is the obvious bearish divergence. This you can see market does not support the trend shifting to the bearish side. On the 4-hour chart you can see the market stands in some range. Also you can see that hourly trend has turned bullish again. Now public that have entered on that bearish divergence, place stops somewhere above the swings high, will be trapped in the wrong position when the market will accelerate and hit that area, hit that target that we have discussed on the daily time frame. When the some target stands just above the highs, this is the very sweetie situation for the market makers who will, using by the power of the market, reaching that area, will trigger the stops of the public that has been placed just above these highs. This gives me just additional confirmation and confidence that probably market should hit that area before retracement will start to the downside. So that's been said, our trading plan is to enter on the long side on the retracement. The area that we should track, keep an eye on for the potential entry is 143.30, 144, this couple of levels. First area to watch for, the second area is right here on 143.50, where the weekly pivot point stands. But before that, we should expect this hitting of the target 145.30, 145.50, somewhere in that range. So there's a couple of possibilities to enter on the in the market. So if you like to very short-term trades, scalp trades, you can try to short that retracement, but this trade will be counter trend against the daily trend, so do not be surprised if you will take some loss, because market could show very shallow retracement, probably to that highs or something. It's very difficult to predict currently. If you are bullish, wait for that area first, and if market will continue move to the downside, the second area 143.50, 143.30 area, where market could reverse to the upside after testing the weekly pivot point.